Coming up on International Trade Focus, we delve into the challenges and triumphs of women in international trade. We will explore the barriers they face and the breakthroughs they've achieved. Plus, an exclusive interview with Grace Ijebele, Head of Marketing at the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, on institutional support for women entrepreneurs.
Hi there, you're watching International Trade Focus. My name is Anna Skio. On this week's episode, we delve into the landscape of female entrepreneurship in Ghana, the challenges and opportunities available to women in trade, and how institutions such as the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry are working to bridge the gap. We'll also hear from women who are making strides in the trade sector, including a female entrepreneur whose journey offers insight into the realities of doing business in Ghana. Stay tuned. This episode promises to be insightful and educative as usual. Don't go away. Welcome back. You're watching International Trade Focus. Now, to truly understand the role of women in international trade, we need to look at the numbers, the policies, and the real challenges they face. While women-led businesses are growing across Africa, their participation in export markets remains significantly lower than that of their male counterparts. Structural barriers, access to finance, and trade regulations continue to limit their expansion beyond local markets. So in this segment, we take a deeper dive into the state of women in international trade in Ghana, examining key statistics, the existing support systems, and the hurdles that female entrepreneurs must navigate to scale their businesses globally. Our focal point segment comes up next.
Across Africa, women are the backbone of entrepreneurship and trade. They are farmers, artisans, designers, and innovators, driving economic growth and creating jobs in their communities. According to the MasterCard Index of Women Entrepreneurs, women represent 46.4% of business owners in Ghana, contributing significantly to the country's GDP. Yet, despite their pivotal role, only a small fraction of women-led businesses succeed in exporting their products beyond their home markets. One Ghanaian entrepreneur who has pushed past these challenges to take her business global is Teresa Mame Beduba Ansa. Creative director of MBA Mod, was started as a small bead business in her bedroom in 2007, has now grown into a full-fledged fashion school and international toy brand, exporting Ghanaian-made dolls and crafts.
MBA Mode unofficially started in 2007 as a beads business, and in my little room, and officially registered in 2013 and officially started operating in 2014. So I would say we've been running this business for 18 years. Whilst going to a fashion designing school, we were taught entrepreneurship, and under that we were asked to get a name for the business and then look into the future in 5 years from that time, where we want to be. It was there that I realized that I wanted to run a school. And the reason was I had some mates at that time who came to school, but lackadaisically, they were not able to create patterns as we were taught. So some of us had to teach them. So the idea was, okay, I can do this after the training. I can start something on my own, train students in fashion designing, and then fill the gaps that I was seeing at that time in my business.
Teresa's breakthrough into the international market came in 2015 when a friend introduced her to a buyer in the US. Through Etsy, she was able to test the demand for Ghanaian-made beads, and soon she expanded into other handmade products. But sustaining the momentum proved challenging.
In 2015, a friend introduced his friend to me in North Carolina, America. And that was how my exports business started. I realized that the things we're making were standardized and they were things that could be exported. So I got linked to the person who had a shop on Etsy.com, and we started with the beads. We added from one product to the other and it blew up. So that helped me understand that I was only working in my own space, but my products were in that form that other people outside the country would want to have and then sell at the same time. So we tested the market and we realized that it was good to go into exports. After that scene, it died for about 2 years because the person had to move from selling my product to doing something else. Then I was introduced to GEPA, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and they help entrepreneurs who want to go into exports. And I started again, and it's been good so far.
But access to international buyers is just one part of the journey. Securing the financing to fulfill large export orders remains a major challenge. According to the Bank of Ghana, as at 2023, interest rates for SME loans in Ghana range from 22% to 30%, making it difficult for women entrepreneurs to access affordable credit.
Another aspect has been financing. So you get an order which is large, you have to pre-finance, you need money, and you go for loans. So I'm bringing in the bank a challenge that is persisting. You request for loan and you may not get a loan because one, the interest is high and they are equally looking for collateral, and the collateral you have is actually your business, but they may not want to use your business as a collateral, unlike a man who may have other resources to be able to meet that requirements and then get the loan. So the challenges have been there, but there have also been mitigations from the GEPA for us. That is where we source our, we cool ourselves with. So they are also liaised with other organizations that if you have a challenge exporting, you can get to this person will help you. You can contact this organization, they will help you. So it hasn't been that bad.
Another challenge is the African Continental Free Trade and the challenge of raw materials. The African Continental Free Trade Area's policies require 40% of materials to be sourced within Africa, which is difficult for industries like doll making that rely on imported components.
Was it last year or 2 years ago? There was a mission or trade mission in Kenya, and I couldn't send my products because, under AFTAC there are some rules. You need to get a percentage of your materials from African countries, and you need to produce them here. And you go into what we do and you realize that with our kind of products, most of our materials are imported. But we do everything here. Everything is produced here by us. But most of the materials are imported. And so automatically it disqualifies us from coming under that umbrella. But for me, I feel if a policy like you import the materials, all right, but the assembling, the production, the handwork, everything is done here. Why can't we be under AFTAC? Because it is Ghana made. It is Ghana. So some of these things has to be looked at.
Within Africa, intra-regional trade is filled with bureaucratic obstacles. Teresa recalls a trip to Nigeria where excessive border restrictions made simple trade unnecessarily difficult. For many Ghanaian women looking to scale internationally, there are several obstacles that stand in their way. 1. Regulatory barriers and certification costs. International buyers require stringent certifications, particularly for products meant for children. Meeting these regulatory standards is costly and time-consuming, making it difficult for small businesses to scale.
For the challenges, there are a lot. One is how you get your products from Ghana to that country. So there are different modes. We have the DHL, the FedEx, we have the shipping company. So I started with DHL. In fact, so I choose based on what the client wants. And the money involved is so high that when you are linking up with the customer or the buyer equally has to bear some costs, and they have to sell in their country. So when your costs buying from you becomes so expensive, including the shipping, then it affects their pricing as well. So pricing is one challenge, getting the right mode of transporting your business. And then you are also looking at licensing, certification. So I have not been able to tap into some markets outside because of international certifications, because of my kind of product. So I produce dolls, toys, and these are products that are known for children. And you are looking at safety regulations, certifications. And so you get a buyer who wants to buy from you, but they are also looking at their regulation in their country that you have to meet. And it is so expensive. So because of that, you won't be able to produce or deliver in a way. Yeah, and another challenge I would say is the woman and man gender. There are things that men will do that will push well than when women will equally, because of our orientation. Some of us women are really pushing, but you realize that I don't want to use the word gender biasness, but it is there. Yeah, a man will be able to get to a destination faster than a woman in terms of our way of working and exporting.
Gender bias and unequal access to opportunities. It is estimated that women face 24% higher loan rejection rate than men in Africa. Only 5% of venture capital in Africa goes to women-owned businesses. Despite these challenges, Ghanaian women entrepreneurs are finding innovative ways to break into the global market. One key strategy is leveraging e-commerce and digital platforms to reach international buyers.
And we have an e-commerce platform where we sell our products. We equally use social media platforms like the Instagram, the Facebook. Personally, I have the LinkedIn, and some of these platforms, it also helps us in our production, like Pinterest. For a production like this, we need Pinterest to give us more ideas, and we tap into that. There are equally other technologies that we use when you come down to our businesses as well, and that is actually promoting. So when you talk about advertisement, for example, you can't do just door to door. Now everything is tech, and so you have to go out there and we tap into the technologies available.
Organizations such as the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, and the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GNCCI, play a crucial role in helping female entrepreneurs scale their businesses globally.
Yes, so these are two organizations I have registered with. Another is AGI, Association of Ghana Industries, and then also liaise with Ghana Enterprise Agencies, GEA. And these are organizations that value women. Like I said earlier, when it comes to businesses, we see the man here, the woman here, because there are certain kinds of businesses that women do not venture into. When it comes to handicrafts, textiles, low level agriculture, you see women. But when it comes to like the mines, you see the men dominating. And when you talk about these agencies or organizations, they have brought women together, giving us training, exposing us to the international market, helping us know that we can do it, same as the men. It pushes us, it helps us leverage on the opportunities available, and our products are improved. So you are talking about branding, you are talking about packaging, you are talking about policies that you have to put in your organization so that staff will equally know that this is where we are going and this is where we all have to gear towards. So these organizations have really been beneficial to me and my business. So just recently we got some funding from AGI, and that is to cushion the business. There are some machines that we needed and we couldn't have afforded them at that time. So they came in with trainings, and then at the end of the day, we got the machines that we need. GEPA has actually pushed our exports when it comes to sending our products out there. They've given us the platform to exhibit our products not once, not twice, not 3 times. It's been many times. And this is just what we need as a business to get the markets. We produce, we need people to buy, and they have the platform for us. And so I'll want to say yes, they have really cushioned us.
Women in international trade are not just contributors to the economy. They are key drivers of Ghana's industrial and global competitiveness. But for them to truly thrive, they need policy reforms, better funding opportunities, and strong institutional support.
Our market is big. We are still learning. There are times you advertise, you boost, but you get people engaging, but it doesn't translate into sales for you. And so the question is, what are you not doing that you are supposed to do, or what are you doing that is wrong? So we keep learning on the job. We've come a very long way, and we've changed, we've adjusted, we've brought standard in our production, and the reason is because of the international demand for it. So if you are only concentrating on the local markets, you know that locally people would want cheap, and you cannot produce at an expensive pace and sell cheap. You want to meet their demand, but our model is to export. In fact, if I show you our doll and I tell you that an average Ghanaian will want to use the money to buy fufu and eat, yes, instead of buying the doll, because he or she does not actually know the value that a doll brings to a child. But you go outside and you realize that the whites or the blacks who have lived outside value the doll. They know what value it brings to us. So because of that, you have to be on a particular scale when it comes to your products. So we don't take that for granted at all. We use the demand outside to produce quality, because we know it is not just being produced here, it is going out there, and many people look out for quality when it comes to production.
In our next segment, I sit down with Grace Jebele, Head of Marketing at the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to explore how trade organizations can further support women entrepreneurs.